And good morning. My name's Sean Galloway. I'm here for Carroll County Remembers, the History Project. And I'm here this morning in Tawnytown with Edith Stouffer. How are you this morning?
I'm just fine, thank you.
Thank you for sharing your memories with us today.
Okay.
How long have you been in Carroll County?
I've lived in Carroll County 75 years.
Really? Wow. So you were born here?
Yes.
And what area?
I was born in Gamber.
Mm-hmm.
In that area.
Where's that, just for those who may not be familiar?
It's about 9-10 miles below Westminster.
Oh, okay. So it's in the Finksburg area.
Yeah, it's between Finksburg and Eldersburg and Westminster. It's sort of in the middle there.
Oh, okay, okay. What can you tell me about that area?
Well, it was just when I lived down there, it was all farm country. Mm-hmm. But now it's been built up in a lot of houses.
Oh, okay.
So. But it was just a house. It was just a farm area, and we did all the farm things.
Mm-hmm. So you lived on a farm yourself?
Oh yes, I lived on a farm. It was a small farm, 54 acres, and my dad did custom farm work for other people. So he had the machinery, and the other farmers would plant it, and he would go around and harvest the crops for them.
Oh, okay. And what did you do as a little girl on the farm?
Well, the first thing I can remember of doing is we had a lot of animals and we had to help feed those. And then when I got a little older, my mother had back trouble and a lot of times she couldn't get out of bed. And my sister and I, we had to either go milk the cows, and we only had two, but we either had to go milk the cows or we had to get breakfast. And breakfast was a breakfast then. You just didn't get cereal mm-hmm. and that. You either made pancakes and gravy or fried meat and fried potatoes. You had a country breakfast.
So it was really filling.
Yes. So because Dad worked away, like I said, Dad worked away, and you know, men had to eat back then. Mm-hmm. Now they a lot of times eat junk food. Back there you ate food.
Right.
So.
Okay. What was your favorite thing about the farm? Did you have a favorite thing to do on the farm, or something that you enjoyed?
No, not really. I think I like to do everything because we had chickens and we had geese and we had ducks and we had pigs and we had mules. Oh, I know one thing I did like to do. We had a hired hand that helped on the farm because Daddy was away so much, mm-hmm. and he'd work the crops, and he did it with the mules. He had a pair of mules. And when it was lunchtime, Mother would send one of us children up to get him to eat, and we got to ride the mule.
Oh, okay.
That's the only time we got to ride him. But there was a Jenny and a Jack. Uh-huh. Well, he'd put us on the Jenny, and we would walk down the hill slow, nonchalantly, and he'd get on the Jack, and he'd be at the barn waiting for us when we got there.
Oh, okay.
Because he was sort of fast.
Okay.
But I can remember that. That was fun.
All right. Now, where'd you go to school?
I went at Mechanicsville. Well, Mechanicsville and Gamber is the same place, mm-hmm. but it was about 3 miles from where I lived.
Oh, okay. All right. And how'd you get there? Did you walk, or was there a ride?
The bus picked us up. Mm-hmm. I lived on what they call, right now it's Nicholson Road, mm-hmm. but when I was little, Cleesmill Road connected to that, and that's where they picked us up at. I had to walk a mile to get to the bus.
Oh, wow.
So the school now is in an apartment house.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So speaking of that, do you go down there very often? Do you still live in that area?
My parents lived there till they passed away, and I have a brother that lives adjoining the farm, mm-hmm. and my son married my sister-in-law's daughter. It wasn't my brother's child. It was her child before they got married.
Okay.
And he lives there. They live right beside of where I lived at. So.
Okay. All right. And when you go through there these days, what do you think about all the growth that's happened there?
Well, my mother and dad both have passed away, and the property has to be sold. And to see it now and to think about maybe going into housing, it's sort of disheartening, but the original house has burnt down. Mm. The electric that was in it caught it on fire and it burnt down. And the barn that was there, it was burnt down. So Right now we're in the process of selling it to the state, so it's going to be state property.
Okay.
So it'll be all land. There will be no buildings.
No buildings.
No, it'll be just the land.
Any idea what the state will do with it?
They're just going to let it grow up as a thing because it's a contributory to the reservoir.
Oh, okay.
Down at Ellersburg.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's.
Well, that must be a comforting thought, knowing that they won't just put anything there.
Yes. But it's not home anymore. When you're used to seeing the house and everything there, it makes a big difference.
Okay. So, what did you do when you left your parents' house?
Well, when I left, I went to school with the Westminster High School, the old high school, and I worked for Charlie McGee Photography for about a year. Mm-hmm. And then I met my husband, and he lived in Union Bridge, mm-hmm. and I went to work at a factory there. And then when I got married, then it wasn't long after that I started to have children. I have 7 children.
Oh, wow.
Now, and where I'm living at now, I've lived on that property for 55 years. Mm. So we had bought a house, and then it was an old house, and it was an old house, and they raising 7 children with no water except a pump. We had no electric except for one plug in each room. Mm. We had, there was no convenience of no kind or nothing.
So that must have been really difficult.
Yes.
Yeah. How did you guys get along with the water issue?
Well, we had a pump outside a well that we got the water out of, but it was a hand dug well set out front. So, but other than that, you didn't waste any water.
Right.
Put it that way.
And your kids understood that as well.
Oh yes, they would have a fit if they'd have to go pump water.
Right. Yeah. I imagine if you send them out to do it, they'll take better care of the water.
Yes.
When they get it in the house.
Yes. But then about 30 years ago, we built a new house, and then we had the old house tore down, mm-hmm. and. A mile outside of Uniontown.
Okay, and what are your kids doing these days?
Okay, let's see. The oldest girl, she works at the Carroll County Hospital. I can't tell you what the name of it is, but anyhow, she works there in medical records. And the next girl, she works at Carroll Lutheran Village.
Okay.
The next is a boy, and he works for Stanballs in Union Bridge. He's a truck driver. And then I have 2 daughters that work at English American in Westminster. Mm. And then the other boy, the next boy, he works at Stanballs in Union Bridge. And then the youngest boy, he works for Shane Busby in construction. Oh,
okay. So they're all still in Carroll County?
They all live within 5 miles of me, except the boy that works for the youngest boy. He lives about 20. He lives down to home place, about 20 miles.
Oh, okay. So is it nice to just have your kids still around you in the area?
Oh, yes. My husband always wanted to go down to the shore to go down there and buy property and move down there, but I wouldn't let him. I'm too much of a homebody. So.
Right. Okay. And I imagine your kids like having you around too.
Oh, yes.
They like popping in, or you stop in to see them as well.
They check up on me. Mm-hmm. I'm sort of busy, but they check up on me, see what I'm doing, and I volunteer a lot. I go to the senior center. I come here, and then mm-hmm. I to the senior center, and I go to the fire hall in New Windsor. Is the one I belong to. I'm in the auxiliary, and we do a lot of stuff over there. So mm-hmm. I volunteer a lot. So after I leave here today, that's where I'm going, to the fire hall we have a dinner tonight. So.
Okay.
So I keep myself busy.
Right. So let's go back to when you were married and raising all those kids. How were holidays and things like that? What was your favorite holiday?
We had a house full.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it wasn't, after the kids got big enough that they could have friends in, it wasn't nothing to cook a meal for 13, 14 people. Okay. and it was fun. I mean, the kids, they remember a lot of it because it was a lot together. You didn't go out and run around all over the county like they do now and do things. They had stuff right there to do. They had a couple farmers that lived close. The boys, they liked to work on the farms, so they would walk to the farmer's place and work. And the girls, they more or less didn't do anything until they got out of school. Then they, got jobs and they went to work too. So.
Okay. All right. So, is there anything else that you would like to add to this interview? Anything you would like to talk about? Anything you think we may have missed?
Well, no, not really. I had a lot of children and I had a lot of work, but there was a lot of fun in it. So, and my husband, when I met him, he was in the service, and he was in the Korean War. And when he got out of that, then we got married. But he eventually went to the Board of Education. He started to work at Western Maryland College as a custodian, and then he went to the high school and worked for the high school, and then he went to the middle school and worked, and then he wound up in elementary school, and there's where he retired from.
Oh, okay, so he retired.
And so instead of going from elementary to college, he reversed it. He went to college and worked
down to elementary. Well, that's really interesting.
Yes.
He took note of that, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. He said instead of going up, he went down. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today.
Okay. And I'm glad I could help you.
And I'm really glad that you came and sat down and shared your memories with us.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.